Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah.
But again, that's not foundational work, you know. That's what makes going on the road easier now.
Yeah.
You know, is that shared knowledge.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I
that
remember I
support.
was like, yo, I'm not going on another tour until
Oh, he did
like,
say all these
we
things.
can
I'm not doing any
fill
of
up
that.
these, fill up venues to
Arenas.
play, so that
We're
Yeah.
talking like I think when you start
feel
telling
you.
a
the
big
ground
promoter that
hustle's
you want to have a
real,
live
and I'm not
orchestra
disencouraging
behind you
anybody
as
to
you
do
sing
it.
pop music, it starts to
But
throw it
I
a
did
little
it
bit.
for
Like
Yeah.
they're big.
Yeah.
They're thinking big picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, I just like I was in the band. I did the ground hustle. You know,
Yeah.
we did the word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
We garnered a bunch of fans word of mouth,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and had
is some jewels right
we were
here being dropped.
successful. You know, we were doing it.
Yeah.
But when I went to school, I learned
There's more.
the process was the opposite of what we were doing, because today's industry is digital,
Right.
you know, and it was digital
Yes.
in 2013, 14, and 15. Like that, it was still
Yeah.
digital, and the process was very much when people listen to your music.
Mm-hmm.
Then you sell you sell tickets.
Mm-hmm.
When you sell tickets, you get booked.
Right.
When you get booked, you get advances. When you get advances, you get everything paid for.
Right.
When everything's paid
You get
for,
sponsorships.
you don't break your back
Right.
for 2 months on the road.
Right.
So it's almost like a domino effect.
Right.
But it all starts with the record.
Right.
And it's hard to see that because it takes time to make records, and you can't just sit and make records and not make money. So a
Yeah.
lot of bands, just they're touring and then they're kind of making records and stuff like that, but they're never getting it to the place where they know that it needs to be. So they
Right.
kind of
Because they're too busy.
stay in this, kind of circle. They just
Kind of a
start
cycle,
circling in
yeah.
the cycle, and like you're getting toured, like you're growing
Yeah.
a little bit, but people aren't listening to your records.
When you think about
So-
like doing your records now and like being in the studio and all these hours you're grinding out, is it easier now that you know all that foundational work that you
Definitely.
I mean, because it's a combo, because even though you're working on the road, I mean, on the road is a lifestyle, and then schooling, it's a lifestyle. And now you've got the combo of all
Educating
of
yourself
that.
is a
As a
lifestyle.
lifestyle,
Yeah.
yes,
It
yes.
is.
Because there's no golden, there's no book. No one's saying, well, this is exactly how you should do it, because back in the day it was much harder to cut an album. Now you could be self-made in so many more ways.
And I'm not saying that this is a fact, but if you're getting paid to learn, then it's probably you're getting paid to make somebody else
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
is material or stuff
Successful.
or
Right.
like you're not learning how to really
Hustle.
you're learning
You're not
how-
self-sufficient.
you're not learning how to
its
make
way.
money, you're learning
Right.
how to work for money.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
Which this isn't about money, but it's just more so the philosophy behind why
you're
you are
doing it.
doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
what is the intention behind this information that I'm absorbing? Am I doing it for me, or am I doing it for the security of what I think is best for me?
Right.
And those are things that you really have to develop. Another foundational thing as a musician to keep yourself locked in,
Grounded.
Right.
because if not,
Right.
you're gonna drive yourself insane and be like, yo, there's no way I can do this,
Right.
but you can't do it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You just have to want to.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And finding, like you guys said, your dichotomy with each other was just at
be
the right
grateful.
time.
Yeah. We are
Humble
very,
pie, right?
Humble pie is the best nutrients is in the
I
humble
need
pie.
one
Oh, my
about
goodness.
yay big.
Yeah. I need some humble pie right now.
I know. He's like, I'm
I
starving. I
think-
gotta bring treats
so
next
hungry.
time.
Oh my gosh. I think like another thing about us is like since we've been together for so long, like working, it's just like we know each other like the back of our hand.
Yeah.
Like it's just like everything is.
How long
like,
have you guys been together?
About 15 months.
Yeah. So it's like you get to really know.
It's hyperspeed these
Yeah,
days,
yeah.
right?
Oh my gosh!
Like,
It
that's
feels
when
like
you
I met him
mesh.
yesterday. Which
Yeah,
is kind
well,
of crazy.
I mean, probably a little longer.
Longer actually. We met in April of 2000.
I would say like maybe about 2 years, but 15 months is probably
Working
When you
the
started,
sound.
like-
Yeah, yeah.
But I
in the
think
But it's been like
trenches.
daily, like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's
Yeah,
been like,
there's
it's
The
been
been
times
like
past
work.
just
year,
been-
it's been
yeah.
like every day.
every day.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we've been around
Dedication.
each other every day for like
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
But I
Do you guys
think-
both think you were like when you found each other, you were just you were hungry, like you were at the hungriest for this? Was that a point when you
Yeah.
were like,
Definitely.
Good question.
I'm
I
only
knew-
looking for that right now?
what sold
Yeah.
me was I already knew where I was going. You know, of course, how I get there, I'm not really concerned about.
You're putting it in your sight, though.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've got my destination is locked in,
Yeah.
and I know what I want to achieve and what I want to do for people. And when I met her, she had like more fire than I did, and I'm
right.
like, yo,
Right?
Yes,
this
sir.
is insane. I've never met somebody who has more energy than I do.
Right.
You know,
Sometimes I still do. I ask a lot of
we could
questions.
probably do some pretty good stuff together. You know? And it
Yeah.
was literally that was it. It was like, you know, she was an opera singer, and you know her rhythms and stuff were just she wasn't used to it.
Nope.
Right.
So it's
right.
like,
But I
yeah, any producer would probably be like, you know, I'm not gonna do that because you don't know how to sing pop music or whatever. But I was
right. The
Just right
opportunity.
there.
like, your want and your will and your work ethic, like you'll be there in no time.
Right.
You know, we just gotta work it.
Right.
And
and
then
I
diff-
think
that's what we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think one of the most amazing things about the fact that I came from opera and not like a pop background, it kind of gave us diversity.
Yeah.
in our
That
sound.
was
Yeah.
That was the
gem.
reason. Like
the-
that wasn't
It's
into all the
like-
other stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll tell
at
you
first
that.
I was like,
Yeah.
you know, I have rhythms, and I'm like, you know, the rhythm's like this. You know, you're like da 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 da.
I'm like,
trying to teach it to her. She's like,
Da, 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 da,
yeah, and then
da.
I'm like,
You're like, no.
so I had to kind of learn how my approach
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
with the songwriting and with the melodies and with the rhythms and
Right, because there's so much energy here. You guys both
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah,
such
yeah,
like
you gotta-
you both bring these heavy qualities to
right.
like fuse
so it's,
together.
it's not about like trying to force it into existence.
Right.
It has to
It's
be
like-
like, okay, well, you know,
Yeah.
it's not working. Let's do something
Yeah,
else.
I think we've
or-
done like a lot of different tests with sounds, just like a belting vocal, like just different things that I wasn't used to.
Yeah.
And you kind of realize like the belt for me was like everybody does that.
There was a lot of
That's
I
a lot
don't
of
do
show-offs.
that
I'm not a
when
fan
I
of that.
first met her. Like, no, I don't do that. And it was just
Yeah.
because she didn't know how to.
right.
And
right.
I'm like,
I mean the belty,
well, that's
like,
why we're doing it.
yeah.
like obnoxious
yeah.
in
That's
your
why
face
we're
screams.
gonna do it right now.
Yes.
I'm not like that.
She's like, I don't know if it's
Can't,
gonna sound
never
good.
have.
I'm like, well, it's just
Yeah.
you and
Not
me.
can't, I
so,
just don't like it.
you know,
I don't do it.
It's just like, I know, right?
I mean, it's like I don't mind. I can do it. Like it's
Right.
not a problem, but that's not me.
Right.
Like I like emotion.
Right.
I don't like to be screaming at the top of my lungs because I have an emotion. I think it's more like I want to be heard as like I feel you, not like I
Right.
feel you. Like I don't know. It's kind of weird, but
Very abrasive,
Yeah, yeah.
Savannah. Very, very abrasive. Yeah, because you have a nice. I mean, your tone is really. It comes through strong, even though it's more breathy,
Yeah.
kind of soft.
it's
But
crazy.
man, you hit a really deep low
Good
note.
explanation,
And
yeah.
is it the last song or the
Yeah.
song before? I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it was in that.
I was like,
It's in the
did she-
the
did she really hit
bridge.
that low?
The bridge
Yeah.
is something
Yes.
beautiful. I know
Yes.
what note you're
Yeah.
talking
And what's
about.
crazy is I told him I was like I can't sing low. I can't sing low. He's like yes you can. Yes you
Yeah.
can.
Oh,
Shut your
yeah.
mouth. and
She
do it.
like if you were to look at the
I like
amount,
to
like
sing
when
high.
you listen to those songs, you're only really listening to her.
yeah.
But there's so many layers
Of
vocally
me.
that just add
Well, yeah, I was going to
texture.
ask that. I mean,
Well,
our
the
other
ingredients
famous,
are
our
there.
And
other
that's how we
famous
make it
Quincy
sound
is
big,
Quincy Jones,
you know?
and that's what made
Do you
Michael.
want to know?
That's what made him kind of that layering of
Yeah.
Michael's, voice.
Yeah.
Over and over. I mean, people had never heard that, and then you realize, wow, you could back yourself up.
It was just.
I'm telling
insane.
you, there will be people that come like rappers or just singers, be like, "Can you just put that little but note you do and we'll make it a synth."
Right, right.
It was like the song.
It'll be $10,000 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Or
not
this piece of
free.
equipment I was looking at.
Yeah, like
That's what people
walking.
don't understand. It's like,
You're not kidding. You
all right,
can't.
well,
you can
want
barter
that.
anything.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like, we're paying off this this $5,000 compressor. Maybe you can chip in.
Right.
One thing I think is
Oh,
really cool
something.
too is like when we did something beautiful.
Dude, yeah.
Something beautiful. It was like You got to tell them the story. It was my rhythms, like the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
clapping.
So we had like this one thing for something beautiful. It was like
Originally, it was like ooze.
yeah,
it was very low key.
It was like this little kind of
Like commercial.
happy thing commercial. Yeah, it felt like
Yeah.
a commercial. And I
Like
was
we're
yeah.
in
you know, I
Rogers.
wanted to feel more like
Side hustle, jingles.
stadium.
Yeah, I
Kind
was
of
like,
like I wanted to kind of feel like we could bang out in a stadium. You know?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
And so we kind of, I was like, we need a synth line.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that we were going to do it, but we were working on the pre-chorus
And the rhythm.
We were doing some claps. I was like, let's just focus one thing at a time.
Oh snap. Yeah.
So we were grabbing the claps.
I mean
in the
claps.
pre-chorus.
I said oh snap, but oh
Yeah,
claps.
oh clap.
Oh,
Oh,
claps.
claps,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, we were clapping, and
Oh,
and yeah, she was like making up these rhythms
As
that
I
were
go.
just
really out there.
yeah. I was
Off.
like, yo, what are you doing? And she goes, I'm trying.
I'm trying.
And that was literally, I was like, I heard it. I was like, that's it. That's the synth. It was like da 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 da, and she goes, I'm trying. And I was like, I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying.
process.
Yeah. And then so I like took her
Pure creativity.
took her
Yeah,
voice
man.
and like flew it into Ableton and like chopped it up.
It was
And like
funny.
copied and pasted notes and stretched it out and made like a
So weird.
and then like
From
filtered
where
it,
it comes from, right? to
turned
where
it into
ends
MIDI
up.
data, and
crazy.
then layered synths over it, and
I
then it was
love
like
it.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's
You
crazy.
know?
You can
that's
hear the
dope.
depth though. That's why I said after it was over, I was like, oh, I saw the stage. I saw the lights. I saw the
visualized it.
electric rain.
Yeah.
I could
It's
see
so
it.
visual.
Yeah.
It's so
Yes.
visual, and
Without
it's
We're
like,
making a commercial and a video
That's
and a
right,
commercial
yeah, we're
video.
doing
It's just gonna be you singing on this stage, and
You're
you
so funny.
over there like, yeah, I'm here.
It was so funny. We were the promoter in Miami. He works for Sony, and he was talking to us. He's like, "So, Quincy, when you're are you playing all these instruments on this track?" Because at one point he was. He was playing the piano. He was playing the guitar. He's playing like all these different instruments. And he's like, "How are you gonna go from playing each instrument?" And he's like, "Picture this," and he starts running from one spot.
Oh
And he's like,
Oh, gosh.
stage hand, like throw the
Yeah.
bass,
Oh no.
guitar,
Yeah.
you know,
and then he comes in
throw the
like
guitar, play
he
the
comes
key,
in.
groove, sticks.
spotlight.
Yeah, I mean we were
Only
funny.
the
He's like,
backdrop
yo,
is pre-recorded.
He goes, yo, that is so dope.
But we're
But-
talking football stadiums.
We're talking 50-foot stage here. Like, no way you're gonna be able to do an hour, let alone an hour and a half of that.
Take
was
him
like-
30
And he's
minutes
looking
to
at
get
And
you
then
like-
I just immediately went back to like me performing one instrument in one spot for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I need
You
to get a
know,
band.
I have to get like I'm gonna have to get on like 6 miles a day cardio. Like
Oh
you're
my
gonna
gosh.
do another level.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
funny.
okay.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
stick with guitar and piano.
And
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
Voice.
And
Voice.
vocals. Yeah, I mean vocals,
Yeah.
of course, but
Mm-hmm.
a little vocal, you know.
Well,
A little vocal
No
never
big
hurt
deal.
nobody.
Yeah. No.
Listen, if you're doing everything else, Phil and I will.
Yeah, maybe
No,
like
yeah.
maybe
We'll
like a
both
little
go,
skit on like
ooh.
Saturday Night
That's right, yeah.
Night Live or something.
Right.
You
There
know,
you go, yeah, yeah.
No,
we'll
I'm
work that
pretty
up.
sure
but-
he's gonna
Yeah.
do that on Ellen. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we'll like whenever we do a talk show or something, we'll make it fun. Like I'll like throw a guitar out of the film, like,
That'd be
and then
funny.
catch a bass
I know
and
he
go into
will.
a groove or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm
Oh my
telling you.
goodness.
Loop it all,
I
you know,
can see
all
it.
on one computer.
I can see it.
I
just
do it
see
for
the
fun.
two
I'll
of
just
you
like cook
at
up
a
stuff.
screen of you going to each.
That's
one.
what I'm saying.
all.
She's front and
Yeah.
center. You
Yeah.
know?
I'm like,
Yeah.
and
I gotta
I'm
work
like,
hard.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
With that vocal, I really got to work hard.
You got to make
It was
happen.
funny. He's like, what happens when it's an arena and the stage is like as big as a football field? He's like, I'll
Right.
run fast.
Real fast.
Okay, going.
I'd be like, really, dude? Like, have they thought this through yet? Yeah, we gotta do. We
Yeah,
gotta do.
completely. You can visit
No.
We're also
before
gonna play over here, but that's okay.
You saw
We
it
gotta
before it
do.
happened. That's what's up.
Right.
I mean, you saw Mick Jagger, right, on stage back in his day. I mean,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like left to right. Now you see him. He's like, it takes him half the set, and he gets to one side of the stage, and then the other half.
Self-care.
That's right.
Self-care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep, eat
Definitely.
well,
That's
self-care.
right. That's
I
What-
can't have you looking like Mick Jagger right now, my
Oh
friend.
my
You're
gosh.
too young for all
Yeah,
that.
you can't be looking like Mick Jagger.
Yeah, no. What's the rest of 2020 looking like for you guys as far as?
Well,
Let's name the festival that we're performing at so we can share with all of our fans
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
and all their viewers.
do it.
It's called the Doral Food and Wine Festival. It's an international food and wine festival. So it'll be probably about 15,000 people.
Wow.
They've done it, I think, for 4 years. The guy we have been working with, the promoter, he started it like 4 years ago. But he worked the same stage that we're going to be performing on. My UI Ricky performed 2 years ago, and they're like
Okay.
insanely huge now.
Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
big
So
stage.
just it's
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a huge opportunity.
Everybody
yeah.
knows about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's going to be really amazing, and it's the same weekend as Ultra Music Fest. So
Wow.
there'll be all kinds of people in the town.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Never know.
We've got the.
We better get their autograph now because
I know,
when
right? Come
they
on,
become
when
big,
this
we're just
pump-
going to be peons
That's
here.
right. Yeah, for real. You know what I'm
We're
saying?
just going to be talking in this
Yeah,
microphone.
yes.
It's going to be like, no.
No, we'll have to-
Sign
we'll
my
have to-
landing zone.
We'll have
Yeah,
to do
I know.
part two.
That's right.
We'll have to do part two.
That's
We
right.
will have to do part
Yeah,
two.
For sure.
when
I
you're
definitely
fancy.
see us touring in the summer though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that face.
I mean,
He
I'm
was
telling
like-
you.
He was like, I
Aaron
wasn't
said
planning
it.
on
He
it.
said,
well,
I see us
you know, I
touring. I
honestly
feel it.
think, I think we'll probably be finishing some material because we have a lot of material,
Oh gosh.
and we
Yeah.
need. I would like to get it finished.
Yeah.
And of course, now if I can do that on the road, then
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
we'll tour.
But you know, you do sound like a young prince. If I could get all my material finished.
Oh my god.
That you at
I
True
just
Artist
really
stockpile.
Yeah,
I mean,
wanna
you'll
go
be
to-
working on that
I mean, like
forever.
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of songs that I'm like not even worried about getting around
Nope.
to anytime soon. But I've got songs that I'm like,
Oh my gosh. Some of the
the
ones we
world
wrote.
needs to hear these
Now, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and just the demos, like just
Oh
like
my
the
gosh, people-
scrappy little,
We're ready.
oh man,
I'm ready.
Everybody is. Everyone
I've had
that
people
comes
tell
in
me,
there.
yo, put that out. And I'm
Put that on the
like,
radio now.
"Dude, That's like,
I'm ready for a beautiful
That's-
I'm like
now.
beatbox.
That's not even mixed. That's not even mixed. We
See,
just
but that's a
recorded
good.
that.
That's like an amazing sign, though. Like your energy is just, it's just building.
yeah,
And
it's
I-
just all about the music. you know?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool, man.
I feel like we're already thinking about where we're going before we even go there, and it's kind of really
Put
amazing.
yourself in the picture, right?
You
We
have
really
to.
wanna
You
go
gotta
to
visualize it, see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We're planning all kinds of trips.
But that's good. I mean, listen, if you're not planning your future,
Yes.
right?
Where are you going?
You're planning something else. So, you want to always be planning your future and seeing yourself out there.
But like what we've been doing is, we've been working on our content, and then we have been working. I've been producing, doing vocal production here, mixing, mastering, doing work.
Keeping your hands in other
just-
things.
Oh
staying
yeah,
active.
of course. Got to got to pay
Yeah.
the bills.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
And then she has been just an incredible help when it comes to like reaching out whenever we need something.
Or Bills.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
know,
Or
that's a side
finding
hustle
work,
right here.
finding
Yeah.
jobs,
Yeah.
finding stuff. Like
Yeah.
we just take it a day at a time. And
Right on.
when we need to get something accomplished, like that's what we're gonna do.
We do
Yeah.
it for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
So it's
It's a
like
respect.
it's just having that trust. You just gotta trust the process and know that there's abundance around you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right. How beautiful to see.
That is.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Really, really. Just
it's
that confidence in there.
it's
too.
liberating, and then you like get out of it and you go back to like thinking like like how Americans think. And you're
Right.
like,
The 9 to 5.
yo, what am I doing?
The 9 to 5.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard. It's
Yeah.
very. You see people struggle with wanting to be independent and free in their own craft, and then you also see them rip themselves right out of that picture.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
it's fear.
Right.
you know?
So what I did,
Which is what?
you
False
know,
evidence
I
of being
destroyed
real.
the
Yeah, that's
fear.
right.
Destroy the fear by creating value
And longevity.
Right on.
So now
Right.
I made the plan of okay, well we're not just going to go into this of just making music and
Yeah.
hoping that it works. We're going to actually build assets
in parallel.
Generate a huge asset column,
Right.
and then have, leverage and have some skin in the game, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
be
man.
able to go to market and, with our chins held high and
Right.
be
Yeah.
able to be a force
And have an
in
identity.
nature and
you
have
know?
identity
Yeah.
that's
Right.
completely original.
That's right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so
Oh my God, I
a
love
lot,
that.
like
Not
you said, a lot of
manufactured.
foundational taking a lot of time to think it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
also we shot a music video for No Woman No Cry, so that should be out pretty soon.
Yeah, we did.
Our mentor has been amazing.
That's cool.
Who's your mentor?
His name is the Professor.
The
I like
professor.
that. It reminds me a little
Everybody
bit of
knows
X-Men.
him as the professor.
I call him the hidden legend. His name's Oliver Samuels, and he produced like Rick Ross, Pitbull.
Mm-hmm.
He
Every
mixed
day
Air
I'm
Force runs. Air Force, Air
Shout
Force
out to
Lovers
One.
and friends.
Yeah, I mean, when
Yeah.
he told me that, I was like,
DJ Khaled,
all right, dude.
Drake,
Yeah,
all those guys.
Yeah.
I can vibe with you.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Because I
telling you.
remember hearing that record for the first time, and I was like, "Dang, that's hard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is a hard record."
That's
and I was
nice.
in like middle school dance or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Air
you.
Force One,
Uh-huh.
big boy. I was like, and then
I love it.
years later, talking to the man,
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
who was at the front line
Eating
of that
chicken
record.
wings.
Of the Sonics, responsible
Right.
for
The sound.
putting that record. Like a lot of people don't understand the process that it takes to get records to the finish line.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
know,
very
and how
long
many,
process.
I mean, just look at the laundry list of people on these big records.
Oh,
Right.
Now
man.
today with technology, we're kind of trimming those lists down. They're getting smaller and smaller. I mean, look at Billy's. What Billy and Phineas just accomplished is very, very cool.
right.
Very similar to what people have been doing that for a long time, but
Yeah.
they
With
just
them
hit mega
winning, it
success
means-
with it.
means a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I know I was a little sad about Tank of the Bangers, but that's okay. At least the nomination is there. Yeah.